Who do you think benefits from the New Hampshire primary? Let's start with New Hampshire voters. Our voters often start meeting presidential candidates right after the last general election and often meet individual candidates more than once during the primary process.
People are, the shortest distance between the citizens and their government exists here, and people here feel that, and it's close up, it's personal.
Now you said that you always seem to come back from the New Hampshire primary. What brings you back to do it? What makes you love the primary so much?
It's the only ability in the country, aside from Iowa, I think, where candidates have the ability to run a true retail politics campaign. You look at what Bill Clinton did in '92. He's just always looking to meet people, because I'm a true believer that is how, that's a major way that the New Hampshire primary is won. The individual contact. That I think here, that's why it's so special. I hear that plays a bigger role than say TV ads or things like that.
As we get to meet candidates, we get to see candidates that, frankly, people in other parts of the world don't get to ever see. I had somebody visiting me recently from Hawaii who said by the time we get a chance to even talk about what's going on, the election is essentially over. Here in New Hampshire, we have the privilege of being able to talk to our candidates, to shake their hands, to ask them questions, and to really find out what that president is going to be like. It's fabulous.
This level of exposure results in an amazing voter turnout in New Hampshire on primary day, usually at least double the national average. In 2008, over 500,000 New Hampshire residents voted in the primary, the highest primary voter turnout on record. Among those New Hampshire voters who turn out for the primary are Republicans, Democrats, and undeclared voters. On the national scene, New Hampshire is the first state-certified vote conducted in a primary that includes all registered voters in the state. Our state begins the process that leads to dozens of primaries around the country. The issues examined by our voters with the presidential candidates are broad national and international issues, not just local or regional concerns, which makes the New Hampshire primary more representative of the state's voting population.
New Hampshire's primary also benefits the presidential candidates themselves by providing a level playing field where money doesn't guarantee a win. With a low filing fee of $1,000, candidates without a lot of money can participate and have their message heard. These candidates have gone on to participate in the presidential nominating process at the national level, such as Jimmy Carter, an unknown Georgia governor who won the New Hampshire primary and then the presidency in 1976.
New Hampshire is also an ideal environment in which to assess the candidate's readiness. Because New Hampshire is small, candidates can visit with a variety of voters in a short period of time. And because all of New Hampshire's registered voters can participate, the New Hampshire primary is the first indication of how each candidate's message is coming across to the general public. Candidates are able to test their message in New Hampshire and revise it before moving on to other contests nationwide. In 1992, Governor Bill Clinton solidified his economic message while campaigning in New Hampshire. Clinton dubbed himself the Comeback Kid because of his unexpectedly strong second-place finish in the New Hampshire primary.
Hi, nice to see you.
Let me say that while the evening is young, and we don't know yet what the final tally will be, I think we know enough to say with some certainty that New Hampshire tonight has made Bill Clinton the comeback kid.
With candidates meeting with voters one-on-one or in small groups, canned messages just don't work. In New Hampshire, voters get to see candidates respond to questions in an unscripted and real way. For example, in 1980, presidential hopeful Ronald Reagan showed anger when his fellow Republican candidates were not allowed to participate in a debate at Nashua High School.
You asked me if you could make an announcement first, and I asked you for permission to make an announcement.
Would the sound man please turn Mr. Reagan's mic off for a minute?
Is this on? Mr. Green,
You turn that microphone
you
off,
asked for me if you would... I am paying for this microphone, Mr.
This flash of anger humanized Reagan and cast him as a strong leader. Reagan went on to win the New Hampshire primary because he responded unscripted and real while on the campaign trail.
Our New Hampshire presidential primary is the beginning of the national presidential nominating process, not the end. New Hampshire's political culture encourages high participation by New Hampshire voters. Through major media coverage, we encourage voters in other states to participate in their nominating contests to make their voices heard.
Some people in other states have said that New Hampshire only has its primary because of the money that comes into the state during the process. In fact, a study done in 2000 showed that the economic impact of the primary in New Hampshire is less than a major weekend NASCAR race at Loudon. We don't hold a primary every 4 years for the money. We hold it for our voters, the candidates, and for the nation.
So, what can you, as students, do to preserve New Hampshire's primary tradition?
First, encourage everyone you know to participate in the process by meeting candidates and asking those candidates tough questions. By participating in candidate events, you are promoting the democratic principles that our country was founded upon. You can also encourage your parents and other adults to vote on primary day.
Second, even though you are not yet eligible to vote in the primary, it is still important for everyone to make their own decision about who should be our next president.